Okay, Millie, let's take a look at your paper and see how to make it better. Your paper is actually pretty good. You you pretty much did everything I asked you to do, but I think you can tie your thesis more strongly to your quote, and I think your transitions can be stronger. So let's talk about that. Since friends are hard to find in a lifetime, you get only a few, and when you find them, you always grow a little bit in your soul, and you know you have been blessed just to know them. Number one, you have some typos in here. We need to make sure that we you know you missing some spaces and stuff. Okay, so we need to make sure that might have been when I copied it in too. So don't worry about that. The quote's actually pretty good. You punctuate it correctly. It says this quote means that when I find true friends, my soul gets taller, and that I know who is my true friend. What makes me a good friend is that I am funny, and supportive. Okay, your quote leads me to believe that your paper is going to be about how your friends make you better, and how it changes you, how it changes your soul. Okay, that is kind of what I think your paper is going to be about, but I don't think it is actually. So what kind of influence does your friends have on you? How does it change you? How does it make you a better person? How do your friends make you a better person? Okay, so and then what makes me a good friend is that I am funny, and supportive. Okay. Instead of saying funny, say I have a sense of humor, maybe. And so it's not fun and funny together. So we might change this to I have a sense of humor, perhaps, if that works for you. Okay. What makes me a good friend? Okay. You get only a few. Okay, so you could talk about friends are hard to find. So in order to tie this to your quote, if you're not going to talk about how your friends make you a better person, you can tie it to your quote differently. You can talk about how friends are hard to find, and what makes you be able to find good friends. Okay, I have three characteristics. I have three characteristics. That make it easy for me to find good friends. Okay. I'm funny. I have a sense of humor. I'm fun to be around. I have a sense of humor, and I'm supportive. Okay, so that's what you would add in there. But you need to tie your thesis right back up to something about friends are hard to find, and how these characteristics help you find these good friends. Okay, or how they help you keep the good friends. Okay, your one trait that makes me a good friend. Okay, good. I think that's fine. One trait that makes me a good friend. Down here, another trait. Instead of another trait, along with being, you could say something, along. Make it a little bit more. Another trait is fine. But down here, I want you to be more explicit with your transition. List something that you've already talked about. So along with being, you could start your introduction, your transition with along with being fun to be around and having a sense of humor. I'm also very supportive of my friends. Period. That when you mention these things that you've already talked about, being fun and having a sense of humor, or however you put it, you're tying your topics together more with stronger transitions. Okay, so I want you to work on that, making sure that you mention something you've already talked about before you before you introduce your new topic. The other thing is you don't have your conclusion in your own paragraph. You need a concluding paragraph. Okay, that probably refers back to your quote or refers to things you've already talked about in your paper, of how it makes you a true good friend, or how friends are difficult to find. Even though friends are difficult to find, I do have a few very good friends. You know, one thing that makes me a good friend is that I am, or several traits that make me a good friend are, and then you can relist your traits that make you a good friend. Okay, so good luck in your revamping. If you need help revamping your paper, let me know. It's actually pretty good already. I just want you to work a little bit on tying your thesis a little bit more to your quote, and making your transitions, at least one of your transitions, mention something that you've already talked about in your paper, instead of just using single transition words. All right, good luck, and pretty good paper.